Hola, mi nombre es Raphael, medio español y medio alemán, but I have to change in English. Hi, my name is Raphael, and I live there where the blue dot is. It is Bavaria, in Germany, in the southeast of Germany. I live on a beautiful farm surrounded by nature, and that is the current mode. It's so colorful because we have autumn, and autumn is a lovely season. I work as Vitra as Trend Scout. My agenda is the future of work. I visit more than 20 countries a year, but now everything changed because the unpredictable is coming into my life. We have to understand in a predictable life, the unpredictable has no space. And now we have to deal with the unpredictable. That means I have to change my entire setup. I have to adapt and to reinvent myself. Now I work from a mobile studio, from home, from Vitra, wherever I am, and when I get access to broadband. So imagine, we have the year 2030. How relevant will your daily work in 10 years from now? And that is an interesting question. That links us to something interesting. To understand the future, we have to understand signals. Understanding signals means to know what is ahead of us. I want to introduce you to Lara Katuria. She is the chief analyst from the Norwegian Pension Fund. The Norwegian Pension Fund is the biggest fund in the world with more than $1 billion funding. During an interview, she leaves this quote to the journalist. It is like if you open the newspaper in the morning and everything in this newspaper can become relevant for an investment decision. So ask yourself how you make decisions. Out of what information you act. I want to introduce you now to a person who is really good in understanding signals. His name is Akio Toyoda, the CEO from Toyota. I met him in January, and he shared with us an interesting story, the future about Toyota. He learned so many by building cars, so the future of Toyota is not dedicated anymore to build cars, it's more. It's about personal mobility, autonomy, robotics, hydrogen power, or multi-generation living. So he came up with the idea that he learned so much by building cars to address the future in these 10 topic fields. And for that reason, he built an entire city on 170 hectares by Bjarke Ingels. This is a bench learning for understanding signals and how to learn out of the old and into new sphere. So, acting so means you have to frame. Framing means you ask yourself every day what's happened around you and you reflect this information to you, to your customers, or to your company. That means you have to build a mindset. Since I work at Vitra, I really hard to train my mindset. Every article I read, I archive in my Flipboard. You will find my Flipboard in the internet. Currently, there are around 3,000 articles and a lot of visitors every day. I want to share with you the most 4 important streams out of the last 33 weeks. The first stream is, hey, thanks God, you can work from anywhere. So that means work is no more dedicated to a special physical space called the office. You can work from home, from a co-working space, from a hotel, wherever you want to work. Second topic, remote. Remote work is now the equal sister or brother from the physical work. And this is a giant universe. Currently, there are more than 700 remote work tools outside. Maybe you know 5 or 10, but there are much more outside. And the most of them are synchronous work tools. The topic 3 was, give me a reason to go back to the office. And maybe that is the biggest question all over the world. So what is the reason for the co-workers to go back to the headquarters? And the last topic was about culture. We have to understand culture is the invisible order, the invisible social order of any organization. So, and COVID, what happens out of the COVID pandemic, culture is becoming visible. So we have to hard to train on that. That was the 4 major streams over the last 30 to 33 weeks in the news all over the world. Since 5 years, we prepared Vitra ourselves to understand better signals by work panorama. By the way, you get all this information from Elvira. So you will get your work panorama at the 3.5 meters large plot with currently 8 topic clusters that give you an overview about the things which are going on to be prepared to understand signals. Second, you get a giant poster with 34 what-if questions. What-if questions are an interesting tool to entering the future, to entering the unknown, and to play to understand what is ahead of you. Third, you get another giant poster, and this giant poster is the vertical campus. I've built this campus idea together with 3 students from Munich in 5 weeks during COVID. We only call each other once a week on Thursday for 15 minutes, and that is the result. So enjoy also this kind of information. Now I want to introduce you quick the topic clusters. The first topic is planet-centric design. That means we have to take a holistic view on the key global issues in our society and markets. So to act eco-friendly is quite important also at work. Second, we name it the Anywhere ecosystem of work. You can work from anywhere, and that's your decision. So find the best place to do the best work. And what's really cool is you can adapt that as best to your schedule. Third, campus community. Also in the future, there will be headquarter buildings, but they are different. Different means they are addressed to the collective. And the collective have 2 kind of modes. One are rituals, like breakfast or lunch, celebrating success. And third is co-creation and collaboration. Topic 4, virtual connectivity. That is the universe of remote work. So remote work is the equal sister or brother of the physical work. And that is in the near time 50% of our daily activities. Permanent beta. The current economy is driven by permanent modifications and optimization. For that reason, you need new spaces. Topic 6, talent transfer. I will end up with this topic later. Human core. Companies need to invest in their core resources, humans. So the offices have to be much more think out of a humanistic perspective. The last topic, cultural framework. So the reality of life is much more than rationality, efficiency, or productivity. So take care about your employees and work on your cultural framework. Now I want to go deeper in one of these 8 topics, talent transfer. Since 6 years, the OECD Forum, the World Economic Forum, talk about the topics about reskilling. And reskilling is so important. All these people in the age of 35 years or older, we have to help them to step in a new age. Why? There are tons of new jobs outside. Recently, last week, the World Economic Forum published the new job report. You will also find this job report in my files, which are add-on to Elvira. And these jobs are not trained today in universities or schools. They have to train on the jobs. What is cool? We can learn it in the job because the life is changing. From hierarchy or matrix organization, we are going in network organization and network spaces. And that helps each other to share knowledge. Why? There's a guy called Alex Pendlin from the MIT, and he believes as more you have collaboration, as smarter you become. How to do that? In the past, you was embedded in an organization in this kind of collective intelligence by trust and cooperation. But in the future, you will get much more interaction with people outside your company. He named it social learning outside a team. That is exploration, because you get tons of information from these folks and they're now part of your company and part of your discipline. This, for me, is the best building for talent transfer. That is the MIT Media Lab. Why it's the best building? Because work is becoming visible. You get a lot of visible interactions by turning you around if you're standing in the atrium. This building is from marquee architects. But also today are these kind of buildings. There are new shop floors, like here in Stuttgart. It's called Arena 2036, a multidisciplinary shop floor for several companies, students and startups, and they all share the same space to learn from each other. Or think about here East in London, the old press center of the Olympic Games. That is a place to be. There is a real giant exploration space for larger companies, universities, startups and artists. And you will find small spaces like even small houses and giant atrium. But also we at Vitra think about these spaces. This space here is at PwC in Switzerland, and I name it the exercise hall for the brain, because that is a perfect learning space. Work is becoming visible. By any iteration, you become better. And the other point is there's no hierarchy anymore in space. So, reskilling and retraining are essential levers for future economic growth, and we have to work on that. And when I learned something in the last weeks, I learned that it's about ingenuity, not physical muscle, or not just physical muscle or money. It's much more. So, stay curious. Before you have to learn, you have to unlearn. Share your skills. Make work visible. Thank you.